Hello, welcome. My name is Jada Davis, and I'm an online mentor for young girls around the world, women around the world, teenagers around the world, whoever finds these videos helpful for them. That's who it's for. So I'm going to, for this particular video, I'll be coming from 10 Ultimate Truths All Girls Should Know by Kari Kampakis. And I really enjoy this book because it just speaks right to the heart and right to current issues with young women today. And so I'm going to go ahead and start today with 5 ways to cope with peer pressure. So just starting right off the bat, have you ever dealt with peer pressure before? I still do till this day sometimes, right? Like peer pressure is around. And I guess today I wouldn't really call it peer pressure for myself. I'll just say temptation. But definitely growing up in middle school, definitely in high school, peer pressure all day long. Terrible. So a lot of the things I did in life was because of peer pressure. And if I could go back, man, I would just stand firm or just stand my ground and just not even do majority of the things that I did. So listen up. So 5 ways to cope with peer pressure, 5 ways to deal with it. So let's go ahead and start. So I'll be starting on page 133 and I'll go all the way through to page 138. Okay. So let's start with number 1, choosing the right friends. Are your friends edifying? Do they lift you up or do they negatively influence you? You need to be able to look at that. So for my middle school girls out there, for my high school girls out there, for my women out there, what kind of friends do you have? Because that's number 1, choosing the right kind of friends. Next, are you better because of your friends or are you worse? Do you find yourself doing more good or more bad because of these people? You are opening yourself up to peer pressure. So you have to look and see, am I better because we're together or am I worse off because we're together? And why am I still here if I'm not better because of you and I'm worse off? So you got to ask yourself that question. Do they challenge you to be better? Does your friend want you to be better? If you got a C on your quiz and you're not satisfied with it, and your friend says, oh, girl, it's a C, who cares? Like, girl, at least you passed, and girl, I got an F, so who cares? I care because I want to get a full ride scholarship, so C's ain't gonna cut it. That's why I care. You know, and instead of that friend, but having a friend that's like, man, like you got this next time. Like we should study together. We're taking the same, I'm getting the A out of class. Like we should study together. Come over to my house and let's study science. Let's study math. I'll help you. Wow, thanks, friend. Choosing the right friends. Do they push you away from things that you once loved and cared about? You used to care about taking your dog outside and having that moment after school and just, you know, getting in the hammock, you know, in the backyard or whatever it is. You used to really enjoy coming home and seeing your grandma watching TV and just hanging out and y'all just having conversations. Or you really used to enjoy cooking with your parents or cooking with your dad or cooking with your mom. You really enjoyed when your dad would come in and he'll sit on your bed and he'll talk to you about your day. And you really enjoyed having dinners with your family and, you know, having conversations with your brothers and your sisters. You really enjoyed family night when you guys just played games and just hung out and for a Friday night and maybe watch a movie and some popcorn. You really enjoyed those things until you got a friend who starts saying, you doing what? No, girl, come with me to this party. Come with me. Let's go drink some. Let's go do something, girl. Let's go have some fun. Woo, sneak outside your house. Da-da-da-da-da. And now it's like you look at the family night and like, oh, that's lame. And you looking at hanging out with your girlfriend like, I'd rather go do that so that way I won't be lame. you gotta choose the right friends. So asking yourself, is this friend taking me away from things that I once really enjoyed and I really loved to do, and they were beneficial and they were good for me? They're taking me away from that to now things that are terrible for me, and I really don't enjoy it, but I'm doing it because this is my friend. So number 2, keep the right attitude. Okay, so 5 ways to cope with peer pressure. Number 1, choosing the right friends. Number 2, keep the right attitude. Be humble. And I had to look up that definition, just so I can clarify for the audience. But it means to have or show a modest or low esteem, low estimate of one's own importance. So when I think about humility, I just think about pretty much in a sense of like, it's not about me. Like, it's not about me. It's about the better or the good of the other person. Like, it's not about me. It's like I'm humble and understanding that, where I am and who I am, right? So I know that. But when it comes to, my reaction with people, whatever the case may be, it's more so like I want to see the good come out of you more than the good in me being praised, right? And that's good. People can praise me, but I don't look to that. I look more so in helping you and seeing the good come out of you. And I just read a scripture not too long ago about how beauty comes from, unfading beauty comes from, having a gentle and quiet spirit. And that is worthy in God's sight. And that comes from 1 Peter 3, verses 3 through 5. And that was, I have to make sure. Let me just make sure. But it's 1 Peter. Just make sure, just in case you want to go to it. It's 1 Peter 3. Okay, 1 Peter 3, verses 3 through 5. All right. I always make sure. But yes, and that's worthy in God's sight, having a gentle and quiet spirit. So if you make a choice, stand firm. If you don't want to do something, it's not right, or you are unsure, stand firm, right? So the gentle and quiet spirit, that was a separate thing. And let me go ahead and talk about that one. But that's helping to keep the right mindset and to keep the right attitude. So the unfading beauty, it comes from within, right? And same thing for even being humble. That's coming from within. And same thing of standing firm on a choice that I've made. If my friend asks me, hey, we're going out tonight. We're going to this party and we're gonna go with so and so and so and so. You want to come? I may ask a question. I may say, well, what are y'all gonna do at that party? Even though I probably already know that substances will be there, drugs will be there, and she'll say, girl, we gotta have fun. We'll get turned. We'll get lit. Da 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 da. You want to come or what? So, okay. I need to not only in the midst of this whole invitation, I want to make sure that you're straight as my friend, and too that, hey, you got to be careful, man. You got to be careful going out there and doing that kind of stuff with these people that you barely even know. You got to be really careful with that, and I don't feel comfortable putting myself in that situation either. So I'm going to pass with going to the party, because I don't see really any good coming out of it. And I suggest you too to just chill out. Come over to my house. Let's hang out. Let's watch a movie. Let's just chill, this evening. Right? So just stand firm. Don't be tossed to and fro, but stand firm upon your own convictions. Especially if you know it's not right. And even if you're not sure, I'm not going to go because I'm just not sure of what's going to happen and what's going on, or even if you have my best interests at heart. So, number 3, choose the right environment. You can find yourself in sticky situations. Ask, where are you going and why? Ask yourself that. Where am I going and why? I was supposed to take the bus home, but I didn't take the bus home, but instead I rode with my girlfriend and her boyfriend, and we're going to go to the mall. Do you even know how this young man drives? Do you know if he has a license? Do you know if his tags are updated? Do you even know if he is able to drive a car? Do you even know if there is gas in the car? What mall are you going to? Are you going in an in-state mall? Y'all driving 3 hours going to the out-state mall? What's going on? So literally, I am choosing to put my life, the care of my life, into another person's hands that I don't know anything about. Who knows if this dude's trying to run away and he invited his girlfriend to come with him, and the girlfriend needs you to come with her so that way she can feel more comfortable. But all she says to you is, hey, you want to go to the mall? And then you find yourself on the road for 2 hours and you're like, what mall are we going to? That should have been the very first question you asked starting off. Because I want to choose the right environment for myself. I don't want to be peer pressured into a situation when it comes to not choosing the correct environments. So I need to know where I'm going and why am I going? What's the purpose of me being there? And what's your definition of fun? So choosing the right environment, it does have a lot to do with fun. Let's have some fun. Let's be reckless. Let's be wild. Let's be crazy. Let's create memories. YOLO, which is not true, by the way. There is something called eternal life. So the way you live on this earth right now will dictate where you will go, right? So yeah. So what is your definition of fun? So you and friends can have fun, with hanging out with yourselves or others, roller skating, karaoke night, movie and popcorn. Like, that's fun, right? And say, no, that's lame. So then what's fun? What's fun to you? Huh? You need some alcohol? You need some weed? You need some money? You need some adrenaline? You need some girls, you need some boys around, you need some music. Is that fun? And ask yourself, why is that fun? Why is it fun not being sober? Why is that fun? Why is it fun dancing all over a young man? Why is it fun? Why is it fun stealing from other people? And I'll rip somebody up if they steal anything from me. Why is that fun? Getting yourself all dolled up, all cute, all whatever for a young man who doesn't even know your last name. Why is that fun? Pretending that you are one person when you're really not. Just so you can be in this group of friends. Why is that fun? And you may say, well, are you judging? Why you doing it? Because no one's talking about it. No one's talking about this. The fun that you may be considering fun is dangerous. And you're literally asking for death. You're asking for it. You're knocking on the door to it. And this is very heavy even for me to talk about, but I wish someone would have said these things to me in high school, to me in middle school. Maybe it could have, maybe I didn't have to step into some things I end up stepping into at the age of 15, 16, sneaking out my mother's house, going to these parties and drinking, and I'm coming home drunk at 15. 15 years old. Why? Why? It wasn't fun. I was ashamed. But I was at this party with all these older boys, seniors in high school, and some of them go to different schools, and I want to be popular, and I love my sister's popular. Everyone knows me. And guess what? 10 years later, I don't talk to any of those people. None of them. It doesn't matter. I put my life on the line for something that today, it does not matter. So I'm here to tell you, you really need to choose the right environment. I should not have been drinking at 15. I should not have been at those parties. I should not have been seeking out my mother's house. I should not have been doing any of those things. It didn't bring me any good. Any good. It brought a temporary pleasure. A temporary pleasure that I was later shameful of. And then I became known as a hoe because of everything that I was doing. And little did people even know I wasn't even having sex at that time. But I was already labeled as a hoe because of the way that I would act at all these different environments. And that was shame that I wore for years. Years. So choose the right environment. And I'm not saying this just pointing my finger. I was there. I was there. That stuff is not fun. Looking back years later, it doesn't matter at all. It just sets you back further, and that's it. My friends, we all went to the same parties and everything. They graduated with 3.8s, 3.9s, and 25s, 26, 30s on the ACTs, getting full rides to scholarships. I'm like, what the heck? We're all in the same classes. I graduated with an 18 on my ACT and a 3.2 on my GPA. Or what? You may say, wow, that's really good. It wasn't good enough to get me a full ride. I graduated college with $40,000 of debt. Got married, and now we both have $80,000 worth of debt. Decisions that I made, and my principal used to say this a long time, he said, one decision can have a lasting impact. The decisions that I made to have fun with my friends set me back years. So I'm not just airing out false stuff. I'm telling you from a real life experience. Pay attention. Choose the right environment. Number 4, imagine hard scenarios, then imagine a response, right? So trying to think clearly on the spot. So you're on the spot with a person and they're like, man, take a little sip of water. They're like, man, let's go hang out. Let's go do this. Hey, girl, you want to hang out with Doug and Joey tonight? No. But hey, girl, you want to hang out with Doug and Joey tonight? Already knowing, okay, Doug and Joey are juniors in high school, and we are in 8th grade, right? Doug and Joey are juniors in high school, and we are in 8th grade. And they drink. They drink and they drive. They're cute. They got money because they got a little high school job, right? But it's going to be Doug, Joey, my friend, and then me in his basement. And we drinking? And what do you think that's going to lead to? Because we need to think it all the way through. If I'm trying to avoid peer pressure, if I'm trying to deal with peer pressure, I need to be able to anticipate what could happen. His parents aren't at the house. My parents won't know where I'm at. Only person that knows what's going on is my home girl and these 2 young men that I don't even know. She's in relationship with Doug, and Joey's just his friend that's coming. So I don't know these folks from nothing. All I know is that they drink and that they're older. That's it. So let me go ahead and anticipate. More than likely, my friend might get drunk. I might get a little bit tipsy. I might get drunk myself. She might get tipsy. Who knows? They may put something in our drinks. Who knows? Nobody will know. Nobody will know, including yourself, because you won't remember what happened. I have to anticipate these things. Why am I going over there to drink? For what? We go drink and look at each other's face and laugh? About what? Why can't we do that over the phone? Why can't we go to Starbucks and do that? And instead of drinking something that's going to put me in the wrong state of mind, right? So now I'm no longer in the right state of my mind because I'm drinking alcohol. That's what it does. And now that I'm in a different state of mind, I'm not myself. I'm liable to do anything that I normally wouldn't do, and then vice versa. They're now liable to do something to me that I can't control, or I just didn't know it was going to happen like that. We got to think about that before we say yes. So before I say yes, I'm going to say no, and I'm going to think about it a little bit more, and I may say yes later on. So we need to be able to anticipate these things, okay? So if I know I'm not a drinker, I'm not trying to drink or whatever the case may be, I'm saying no, and no need to think about it. No, I'm good. Appreciate it. Have a good one. Number 5, last but not least, but probably the most important one. You need to know yourself. You need to know yourself. Know yourself. You need to spend time understanding why you do what you do. Why do you do what you do? You need to understand that. What is important to you? What can you care less about? So what's important to you? What can you care less about? So for example, if my family struggles with alcohol, they have a history. I have a history of alcoholics in my family. And my friend offers me a drink. I don't know if this is really a friend. My friend offers me a drink. I made a promise to myself, because I see all these alcoholics in my life, through my family. I made a promise to myself to remain sober, period. I would not put alcohol to my lips. I would not put alcohol in my system at all, solely because of where I come from. But your friend asks you, you want to sip a little something? You want to drink a little something? Huh? Come on, friend. Let's hang out. Let's drink. Will you take the drink? Will you compromise? If you know your family has a history of alcoholism, and you said, I'm not going to drink alcohol, and then you're pressured into drinking alcohol, there's a situation that's pressuring you to drink alcohol. Will you stand or will you fall? You got to know yourself. You got to know yourself. So I'm going to be careful putting myself in those environments. And I'm also going to let my friends know ahead of time, hey, friends, I don't drink. Hey, friends, I don't smoke. So don't ask me to smoke a little something or to drink a little something with y'all at all, because I don't do it. I'm starting off the relationship just like that. And if they can't respect that, then maybe that's not a relationship I need to have with them. Be careful of welcoming temptation around you. So I'm not about to go to a party. I know they're drinking. And it's fruit punch, and it looks good, and it got ice in it, and it's on rocks, and it's already, whoa. I'm not going to be doing that. I'm not going to go. I can't go. Because I'm opening and welcoming temptation just to tempt me. I can't do it. Because I know myself. I know what I stand for. And to be honest, your friends should know too. And they shouldn't even invite you, because they already know what's up. Okay? Same thing with even going on dates and stuff. And it's just you and this person, or you having a boyfriend and y'all kissing and all these different things. Like, You have to know yourself. You have to know young people. You have to know your peers. What's the point? Why are we kissing? What are we doing? We can show love in more than just that way. More than just physically. We can show love is just not physical. It's more than that. It's deeper than that. Do we really even understand what love is? Let's do a whole study upon that before you ever try to kiss me. And then you'll probably reconsider kissing me, because you're going to realize that I'm a child of God and I deserve a lot more respect than that. So we have to the more we know ourselves, the less we're tempted into stuff. The less temptation can come, and we actually be tempted if we know who we are and know who we stand for and knowing who our Father is. So I want to end with this scripture, 1 Corinthians 10:13. On page 139, it reads, "No temptation has overtaken you except what is common to mankind. And God is faithful. He will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. But when you are tempted, he will also provide a way out so that you can endure it." It was my pleasure in speaking with my middle schoolers and my high schoolers and all the girls in the world. I pray that this helps you. I pray that this helps you better understand, get a better idea of dealing with peer pressure, how to overcome it, how to pay attention, how to anticipate, right? That's what I'm prayerful for with these lessons that I send out. So watch it, comment, questions, send it below. Any videos that you'll be interested in, send it below. I look forward to hearing from you all. Bye. Jesus loves you.